Hi guys, today we'll be looking at more of a problem type question that involves factorizing. So consider the product and then 1 plus a half times 1 plus a third times 1 plus a quarter, so on. Each factor in the product is in the form 1 plus 1 over n for n is greater than or equal to 2. Determine all the values of n for which the product will be an integer value. So if we just expand this, really, we get our product is essentially, so if we add 1, here we get 3 over 2. That one we get 4 over 3 times 5 over 4, and so on. And as we can see in the pattern, the number we have on top is 1 less than the number at the bottom. So eventually we will have n over n minus 1. So let's say if we have 5, and then the bottom would be 4. And then for the next term, which we could say essentially is like our last term, we would have n plus 1, as this number would increase by 1. And this number would just become n. And with all of these, we see that this value, the 3 will cancel with this 3, the 4 will cancel with that 4. So what we'll be left with is the top value of our last term, which is n plus 1, and the bottom value of our first term, which is 2. So our total would be n plus 1 over 2. So if we want the product to be an integer value, we need something where n plus 1 divided by 2 is, so n plus 1 is able to be divisible by 2. So we want this to be equal to integer. Therefore, n must be an odd number, and it must also be greater than 2. Because if we have an odd number, let's say 3 plus 1 will give us 4, and then 4 is divisible by 2. Or 5 plus 1 is 6, which is divisible by 2. And that's all for this video. Thank you.